fall through my keys to the valley.
Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the Jeff Fox Show. My man Charlie Wilson right there. That's the type of stuff we play at the top notch, man. Grown folk music. Shout out to Miss Mocabella once again. I think it was Tiffany that was there as well. Came to hang out with your boy over there at the top notch. Man, we put it down during Jazz in the Gardens, and I did it to him again on Sunday night. We're going to go to the Real Man Block guest line. It's my brother, my main man, 50 grand, E-Dub from the Sports Brothers. E.W. Freeman is on the Jeff Fox Show. First time ever. History, y'all. First time, man. You ain't never been on my show.
That's not true.
That's not true?
You have the memory of a serial killer or something. I don't know, man. That's not true. This might be like the second and a half time.
How you doing, man? What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. Just maintaining, sitting back watching all this stuff. I had to take a little break from the sports world, finishing some stuff up with school and stuff like that. But I'm still in tune, man. I still just sit back and shake my head at some things that happen and, occasionally write about it on the Sports Brothers blog, sportsbros.com. So I'm still here, man. I'm doing what I'm doing.
No doubt. Hey, I ran into somebody at Jazz in the Gardens. I forgot to tell you. Joe Bullitt, man.
Oh, man, that's my
He asked about you.
Man. That's my pops. Yeah, Joe Bullitt, man. If there's something going on in Miami or Tallahassee or Orlando, he's going to be there. As he just celebrated a birthday too. So yeah, man, that's good stuff, Joe. That's my man. I called him. He was actually driving back. I think it was Monday afternoon. And yeah, man, that's my guy right there.
No doubt. You still DJing and stuff?
Yeah, I do a couple things here and there. I'm mostly doing a lot of corporate stuff. A couple weddings here and there, man. I try to stay away from the kids' parties and things like that because I don't have patience for 3, 4, 5-year-olds anymore. But yeah, man, I'm doing something. I'm waiting for that guest appearance request at the Top Notch Cigar Bar and Lounge, But I guess I'm small time.
No, I'll put you down, dog. I'll put you down because they don't know they missed it. I've seen you at the top of your game at Miami Prime, Dwayne Wade's old spot. I've seen you go in on the ones and twos.
That was good times, man. I wish that place was still open. Well, yeah, I wish it was open.
Yeah. LeBron and the Cavs come into town tonight, man. They're red hot. A lot of folks in this chat room that listen to this show, not huge fans of the Cavs, and they don't like when I make the LeBron-Michael Jordan comparison. Something we used to argue about for years, but it was more Kobe and Michael back then. But where are you, Dubs, on the whole LeBron thing with the Cavaliers? They've been kind of struggling this year, but do you think they're getting it together now at the right time?
It's tough to tell, man. I think on one hand, I think they are. I think they've had a lot of ups and downs this year. Probably more this year than he has in LeBron's return. To the Cavaliers. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
Yeah.
But hey, it's playoff time, and they're sitting right there comfortably in the third spot. And I think folks, are used to or should know by now that when it's LeBron James on a team, it doesn't matter where they end up. All hell would be breaking loose if they were like a 6th seed or below or something like that. But you'd still give them a shot.
Yeah.
With them being in the 3rd seed right now in the Eastern Conference, you know what? It's setting up. It's setting up to be in his favor, where he'll take a 3-seed Cleveland Cavalier team, go to the Eastern Conference Finals, probably have a 7-game series against whoever it is, maybe Toronto or Boston, and end up in the NBA Finals. So I'm just seeing this year as one of the probably toughest for him. Professionally, with all the injuries, the big trades, and everything that went down with the team, the constant speculation about where he's going to be, and not like we haven't been through that before. But
right.
I think, and I will say this: before this month, I didn't have, and people may think this is blasphemous, but I didn't have the Boston Celtics this Cleveland Cavaliers coming out of the East. I thought, and still a little bit to this day, I think that they'll make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, but I'm not 100% sure that they will make it out. But obviously, what happened to Kyrie Irving has changed things a little bit for me.
Yeah.
And the moves that they made, the Cavaliers, and then getting when Kevin Love's back, and Tyronn Lue, obviously got to have him back too as well. It wouldn't surprise me if they did. I'm just picking against them just to pick against them.
Yeah, they got a tough one tonight, though. The Miami Heat have been known to kick LeBron's ass every time he comes here to Miami. It's like out of
If
the
he
last.
plays.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. The Heat just seem to have their number when they play in Miami.
True.
Why is that? You think that's Eric Spoelstra? Miami just gets up for LeBron, or are the Heat just that much of a pain in the butt?
I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. I mean, the last couple of years, when Dwayne was here and LeBron had went back to Cleveland, the first year, maybe 2 years, I want to say the team really got up for it. Because, there were some people, that were sore and not happy that he left. And he went back, to Cleveland. And look, it's just like any other night. If it was Atlanta and Cleveland, if it was Minnesota and Cleveland, that home team is going to get up for LeBron James coming into town. Point, period. Obviously, it's a little bit more because it's personal down here. He played here and he scorned us and went back to the people that scorned him or whatever. But, the Heat, yeah, you're right. They've been playing, I guess, well as of lately. If he plays tonight, I don't know. I'm not into the prediction thing, but I mean, if he plays well tonight, obviously, I think they could possibly walk away with the victory. But it's just that old friendly neighborhood rivalry going back between him and Wade. He's going to want the team to get up and play well and beat them and I guess send a message. And I think the Heat need to do that anyway. You're getting into the last few weeks of the season here. You really need to start priming yourself up for a hopefully a playoff run. As they sit right now in the eighth spot.
No doubt. We're talking to my man E.W. Freeman from the Sports Brothers 2 Live Studios Radio here on the Jeff Fox Show. Dubs, do you believe in the Raptors or the Houston Rockets? They both atop the East and the Western Conference. Do you believe in any one of those two teams?
Man. I'm going to start with the West. Look here. Here's what people I think need to really, really look at in the next few weeks or whatever. Kevin Durant obviously has taken the team to the NBA Finals before.
Right.
Many years ago with the Oklahoma City Thunder, giving the Heat the first championship in that Dream Team Big Three era.
Right.
He can take the Golden State team. They can get back to a championship. What is it? Steph Curry is said to be out until like the second round at least, or maybe.
Yeah, he says he's coming back, but Curry's not going to play him in the first round, and they don't need him.
And they don't need him. But here's my thing. Let's just fast forward to the Western Conference Finals, right?
Right.
And let's go ahead and make it Houston and Golden State, right?
Right.
Do you know how much heat would come down on Kevin Durant if he failed? And let me say this. I anticipate, we could all anticipate Steph Curry being back in there.
Right.
But let's just say he wasn't. Let's just say, he missed a game or two or three, and it comes down to a pivotal game 5, 6, or 7 without Steph Curry.
Right.
And I'm throwing the most ridiculous PlayStation hypothetical out there, but if Kevin Durant failed to lead this team back to an NBA Finals and James Harden, Chris Paul, Gerald Green, and the Houston Rockets got to the finals, do you know how much heat would come down on his head?
Yeah, I would love that. But I don't believe in the Rockets, man. I just don't believe in James Harden. I don't.
Yeah, I hear you on that. I throw out that hypothetical. It's a lot of fun to just poke fun at Kevin Durant's game. I have no problem with Kevin Durant or what he did or whatever. But I don't believe in the Rockets. I don't believe that, I don't believe that they have that playoff championship medal, even though they've been to some good ones in the last few years. And the same way I don't feel that they could do it, I don't feel the Raptors could do it either.
Right.
I don't care how many times. What's his name? Is that general manager still there? Yuri, the guy who's always used to curse right before the games. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Manager.
I don't know if he's still there now. I know they had some stuff going on in the front office. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think he is gone. Like I said, I haven't been following too much, but I don't believe in the Raptors as well either. I just feel like the East and the West, there's a pecking order, and then while there are other teams that are pecking at the top,
right?
They're not ready. This is not the year of the upsets. This is the NCAA tournament where the Houston Rockets and the Toronto Raptors will make it to the NBA Finals. The teams behind them, and funny they say that because obviously Golden State is the number 2, and Boston's number 2 in the East, and Cleveland right there. The teams behind them, I think, are just too strong, too well coached, and et cetera, to let that happen.
No doubt, man. I'm with you on that, man. I don't know who's coming out of the West per se. I think I would agree with you that it's probably going to be Golden State, but Portland is my dark horse out West. And in the East, I don't see nobody beating the Cavs, man. I still think LeBron's the best in the world. 15 years in, man, I'm just amazed at what he's doing. 15 years into his career. It's kind of unprecedented to see somebody play this well this late into their career. What your thoughts on him? Personally?
Yeah, there is no thoughts on him, man. It's the proof is in the pudding. There's really nothing more you can say about LeBron James. What I will say though is that where I don't believe in this team is, with the acquisitions that they've made, and the team as it is presently constructed. Like, okay, I wanted to say, where are you going to get your leadership and all that mumbo jumbo from, but we know,
right.
LeBron's been there, Kevin Love has been there, obviously Tyronn Lue has been there. But I don't know, I just kind of feel like because of the inexperience of the people that he has around him, that he won't be able to do it all. And God forbid let there be an injury to any of his key guys.
Yeah.
I don't believe that he'll be able to do it all. Now, some people may say, well, what about Boston? Boston doesn't have too much playoff experience. Well, the same goes for them as well. Kyrie's been there. Probably a few other people on the roster have been there. Definitely Brad Stevens hasn't been there. And I don't want to say just playoff. I'm talking about like the game, the finals.
Right.
For them to make it. But with LeBron and that team, I just feel like he needs a little bit more in the way of a supporting cast that's been there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, can you rely on a J.R. Smith? I mean, really? He's been to the finals, but is he someone you can rely on? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's one of your main experienced guys, and he and Tristan Thompson, Kardashian, then you might have some issues there, man. So, I'm with you on that, E-Dubs. I'm not sure what's going to transpire. LeBron's going to have to play like Superman. That much I know. And he's fully capable of doing that.
Well, I was going to say, is he capable? I heard somewhere, I think, on the radio the other day that he's has he missed a game?
Woo!
Yes,
I don't think so.
I don't believe he's missed
Dude
a
don't get
game.
hurt, man.
Huh?
He's missed no games.
He's missed no games this year.
Yeah.
And I just point to that not to say, oh, since he hasn't missed a game, he's due for something. I mean, the man is incredible. He's an Iron Man and all of that stuff. But look, 33 years old, year 14, 15, or whatever it is, that eventually will wear on you.
Yeah.
And although he'll go into his 0 dark 30, whatever it is, mode probably here in a couple of weeks, around April, May, June, man, I mean, it's going to catch up to him. But, I mean, hey, he is Superman, whatever, so we'll just see.
Yeah, it's the Sports Brothers reunion here on the Jeff Fox Show, man. E.W. Freeman in the building. Hey, I got to ask you one more, man. I'm switch real quick to the NFL. You're the New York Giants front office, man. I'm hearing talk that they don't want to extend Odell Beckham, that they're possibly looking at trading this guy. They don't like the fact that he's always in all these off-the-field issues. If you're the Giants, man, would you really let Odell Beckham walk? Or would you sign this guy to big money?
first of all, if I'm the New York Giants ownership, I have a different mindset. I'm coming from a different place when it comes to evaluating and looking at my players. It is what it is. You're talking about old, established, white money, white ownership.
Yeah.
And, them wanting to kind of take control or keep control of. They're from the old school. You play football, you go home, you stay in your bed, you stay in the house. You want to go on a trip with the family, that's fine. But all this extracurricular stuff, and what has he been doing though?
He's been hanging out with Instagram models and having white powdery substance. Their credit card.
Yeah, I did hear that, and that's disturbing. That is disturbing. But you pull this guy aside, man. A lot of this stuff is played out in the media, and we don't really know what goes on behind doors. But if you're the Mara family, you pull this guy aside and say, "Hey, look, we love you. We want you to, we want you to be a Giant for life or whatever. We want you to end your career as a Giant, but meet us halfway.
Yeah.
We don't have a problem giving you the money, giving you what you need, and we're not telling you to go, shut yourself inside the house or whatever. But sit down, tell him what it is that you particularly don't like, and we never know. He may see it as like, what, I could have done this better. I could have done that better,
Yeah.
or no, I don't think that's right because this is blah 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 blah, whatever. But you asked, if I'm the Giants, am I letting him go? Am I keeping him?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm trying to keep him as much as possible.
He's a difference maker. Say what you want, man. He's a baller, man. I mean, on Sunday, he balls out.
He's a baller. But, look, as we see, it's a business.
Yeah.
Look what happened right here down the street. We had a baller in Landry. What happened? He's a freaking Cleveland Brown. Can you believe that?
Yeah. Unbelievable.
And this guy was no problem off the field, as far as we know.
No, he was a good community guy. He was.
Right.
And,
and they you know me, Fox. I look at everything from a psychological like aspect. I know it's a violent sport, and it's a grind and all that stuff. But the guy's a fiery guy on the field, and fiery guys on the field, their emotions are one direction. It's fiery. It's up. And that translates to catching the balls and juking people out and running 80 yards. Or it may translate into a little bit of after the whistle play too. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah.
And I think for the long in the big picture, Landry was more good for this team than he was bad. But hey, I'm not the coach. I'm not the one signing the check. So it's just me.
And then how the volatile, loud black athlete, aka a Dez Bryant, an Odell Beckham, a Jarvis Landry, is portrayed on the sideline. And then when you look at a great player, also like a Tom Brady, he's just intense. There's always that way you can look at it, or how the mainstream media will look at it as this out of control, loud, obnoxious, selfish, me guy. That's how they look at it as well.
Right.
I think you need that on the team, man. Like if I'm the Giants, there's no way in hell I'm letting Odell Beckham go. I'm paying him. There's only two guys in the NFL I think better or comparable. That's Julio Jones and your boy in Pittsburgh, Antonio Brown.
Yep.
Yeah, but then there's Odell right after those guys. Like there's nobody better. The game has changed. It's a quarterback league. You need to have receivers, man. You don't let an Odell Beckham go. It's stupid.
Right.
So we'll see what happens, man.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens, man.
If he gets on the block, what do you? I mean, you have to give up your whole damn team. I don't even think the Dolphins have enough.
2 first-round picks at least to get Odell Beckham Jr. At least 2 first-round picks. Whatever team gets him, they'd have to give up 2 number ones, I think.
Yeah, that's the start.
Yeah.
And then what else?
Yeah. And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah.
Hey, man, appreciate you joining the show, man. I know you've been busy, man. You got a lot of import-export business going on and all kinds of stuff. I see you going to the Heat and the Bulls. Why are you going to the Heat and the Bulls, bro?
Because it's been a minute. I wanted to get out, and I thought it would be easier than to try to get something for tonight.
Is that a shot at the Bulls? Because we got some Bulls fans here in the chat room as well. Like, that would be the easiest ticket to get, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a shot at the Bulls fans, man. I mean, who I don't even know who's on their roster.
Yeah.
Is Miller chick? Let me go to my son's PlayStation to see who's on the roster, because I don't even know who's on the roster. Freaking Bulls.
Damn, I don't know. Something Portis. They got a Portis on the team, not Clinton Portis.
Clinton Portis, they're in the NFL from the youth. playing for the Bulls now?
Cool. Some Portis guy who punched out Niritek, fractured half his face.
Right. Those two guys still there? All right.
I think Merchants is out. Yeah.
Okay. See a little fight action. But, come on, man. Any night at the AAA is a good night, man. Doesn't matter who's in town.
Yeah, it's always a lot of talent in the building, especially in the stands.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, man, appreciate you joining the show, man. Be good, man.
Hey, man, keep doing what you do, Jeff. We'll link up,
No doubt. E.W. Freeman, y'all.